Sup, my precious students, welcome to another part of What If Deku was Arata Kasuga's Reincarnation. This is part 4. Sorry for the last part, it was really short. I noticed, at the end of recording, not at the end, but in the middle, I noticed, oh shit, it's really short. And then, not my script, but the ideas I wrote down were over, and I was like, I have to make this a bit longer, but it only was 10 minutes, so sorry for that. This will, I think, be a little bit longer, but I will just put out the spoiler warning as every video. This contains spoilers for the 27 manga, so we're just gonna start off with this what if. So, from last time, we didn't know what agency and what hero name Deku would have, but Deku's hero name will be Arata, and he will go to Hawk's agency. Why he goes to Hawk's agency is I don't know, he just knows he's a cool guy. But before he goes there, the next day, his magic book, the Astral manuscript, Sora tells him that there's a sword, like a demon sword, appeared in the world, and he just tells him that, and it's nighttime, but he just sneaks out of his home. He just sneaks out, and he just basically sneaks out and teleports there. And sees a lot of weak villains gather around the sword because they're what is the sword? And he sees one of them touching the sword. And if you have saw the movie, then you know the sword is just gonna grab the person and say analyzing magic, and they're just gonna say Trinity is not found. So basically the sword is just gonna kill the person who touched the sword, and Deku will just ask the Astral manuscript if this will happen to him too, and then the Astral manuscript just says, yeah, it's not gonna happen to you because you have Trinity. And so basically what happens, he's just gonna go down, you grab the sword, and the sword is gonna say Trinity confirmed. Basically just gonna say Trinity confirmed, and it's just gonna say I don't know what it says, what it did in the movie. So basically, he can just use the sword now, and he's a lot stronger now because of the sword. So he's just basically gonna one-shot every of the villains. He could have done that before, but he's just gonna one-shot them all. He will not be killing one of them, but he will just be knocking them out because he's so strong. And I don't know. He just with the back of a sword just knocks them out. So basically, then the Rejecta sword is small and has a necklace form around him, and the sword is really small and around at the end of the necklace. So basically, then he goes to Hawk's agency, and Hawk greets him, and he asks why did you join? And Deku basically explains that he knows he's a nice guy, and that he's really strong, and that he also has a sword ability now. And so basically Hawks just laughs, and he just shows him around where the other heroes are that work at the agency, and he basically shows him around the agency and what the rooms there are, and just everything. And after some time, he shows a few moves with his sword, with his feather sword, and this Deku is just gonna basically learn from him how he used the sword. And one night when he sleeps, he senses an evil aura that is in Shibuya City, and you know what happens there. It's gonna be the stain incident. He just wakes up and just quickly teleports there. Like, he cannot teleport in one step, teleport there, but he can like teleport pretty far. Or maybe I think he can teleport there like directly. He will just teleport there, and he will see Stain, and yeah, he will basically just teleport behind him and knock him with the back of his sword, like knocking. He will not be like knocked out. But then Deku's just gonna hit the wall with like the swing, and it's gonna make like really loud, and half of the building just breaking down. And basically, this where Todoroki heard, like he heard the building break down, so he's just gonna be there for plot convenience, so it just stays the same. Yeah. And basically Deku just beats him up, and basically he will have the same injuries as in canon. So he will his bones would stab through his lungs like it did in canon, but he will first like give his speech, not saving Deku obviously, but he will just give his speech like the only hero who will kill me is All Might and shit, and he will just die. Yeah, so then Deku teleports like above the Nomu he sees attacking the other heroes, and he's just gonna straight cut his head off, like teleporting above him, just cut his head off, because obviously he's like a monster and shit. So he doesn't even care to kill him, because he knows like that they're monsters, and why wouldn't I kill him? So yeah, then the day she's just gonna leave. Like, we will skip to the day he leaves the agency, and where he goes back to school, and they're just gonna be talking about first, what first happens obviously is that they have to stay silent about like the shit they helped, because obviously they would get punished. And they're just gonna say that Deku, because he was seen like in public, and they're just gonna say like he needed to help, and like that he saved people and doesn't deserve if he for once doesn't get a punishment. Yeah, so that's basically gonna happen. And then we're gonna skip to the day where he's back in school, and he's just gonna go there, and he's gonna talk to the three girls, because like, you know, they talk. Also like the girl that he met last part, I think her name was Mina. Yeah, Mina. She's just gonna talk with him now too, and he's just gonna tell, yeah, Hawk's a cool guy, and they have all like a bit sad faces, and he just asks why you're looking so sad, and some of them say it's nothing, and some of them say, yeah, it's because we couldn't go with you, and he just laughs. So yeah, the next day, like, All Might comes in, and they have the race that they had. And obviously, as always, he is just gonna troll the person he ran against. He's just gonna teleport around like nothing, just like teleporting around, and I don't know. He will obviously get first, and yeah, obviously he finishes the exam like really good, the ending exam, because he learned like for the test or the exam or the written part. Yeah, so he's basically just gonna win that, and like then yeah, so basically the same things happen. Like, the teacher tells him, yeah, I was trolling again. Yeah, so basically the same happens, just that he's gonna win. And oh wait, no, I'm dumb. Sorry. That was the race, and after that, the teacher tells him like they have the exam, and then they fight against the teachers. Right. I'm stupid. They fight against the teachers, and obviously, Deku will fight with Bakugo against All Might, and Deku just says, "Yeah, Bakugo, we need to work together for this, even though they don't need to, but you know." He just says it because, I don't know, he just doesn't want Bakugo to hate him so much. And Bakugo says, "I stupid, I will never work with you." And he says like, "Yeah, we can defeat him without him." And then he says like, "Yeah, even I can defeat him without you. We need to teamwork." And he's just like, "Okay, for one time." And basically, Bakugo has like 10% or 15% of one fall. Like I will say 15% of one fall. So he's just gonna hit All Might. Oh, like they're on the escapeway, and All Might stands there, and Baku's just gonna blast to All Might, and Deku just teleports to Bakugo, and they just teleport behind him. Like, how I'm gonna say this? So Bakugo basically goes to All Might, like prepares his shot, and like obviously All Might will try to stop him, but then like Deku comes out of nothing, like, teleports to Bakugo, and teleports Bakugo just behind All Might, and he's just gonna hit him really good. So they just basically hit him from behind in the back. Yeah, so there's he will just get hit a lot, and not a lot, but he will get hit pretty far, and they will basically Deku will just teleport with Bakugo at the exit, so they will just be escaping. So yeah, they're just gonna get a bit more of friends, just a bit, not much, but then Aizawa tells him like, yeah, it was all troll, like the worst sleeping shit. Like he always does. He always likes trolling the students. And then they like go shopping, like in canon, and obviously all the 3 girls go with him. And yeah, Deku just sends like an evil aura, and yeah, this is obviously Shigaraki, and he just tells the girls he has to do something, and just goes away, and like then talks to Shigaraki that he knows he's there, and like he just flexes his aura like really strong and shit, and Shigaraki is like really scared of Deku, and Deku just tells him, yeah, you should just go away. You should just go away, and you should not even try to attack us or anything. And yeah, just basically Shigaraki pisses his pants and just goes away because he's like really shocked how strong Deku is. And Deku just goes shopping with the girls, like being happy and shit. They talk with each other. Like some are pretty embarrassed because like go shopping, like it's pretty much a date, but a triple date. I don't know. Yeah, so basically that's gonna happen, and yeah, this is where I'm going to end this part. I wanted to end the 2nd season in the 4th part. I could have ended it in the last part, but I think that would have been too long. So yeah, this part is also not that long, but it's a bit longer, so I don't know. So I will see you in the next part, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, cheers, see you next time. Bye. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never run. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do
scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be. I just wish I